Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited for this video. First of all, I did want to say thank you to all of you guys that reached out to me or have messaged me or just liked my videos and commented. Just thank you so much for all your support. It seriously means so much and it makes my day every time I get a sweet message or just one of you guys likes my videos. It is just the best feeling. Okay, anyway, so I just wanted to jump right into this week's video. We are gonna do kind of a get to know me Q&A. So I went on Insta and asked you guys for just kind of get to know me questions, and so I'm just gonna be answering a few of those today. So let's get started. First question, if you could live anywhere, where would that be? I really love Utah. My husband and I have both grown up here. We love it. And I think even though we do love it, I would want to live probably somewhere warmer like Hawaii for a few months. I don't think I'd want to live anywhere else long term. I definitely want to come back to Utah, but I would love to live in Hawaii for a few months or a year. I think that'd be really fun. And also my family's from Peru and I did serve my mission there. And I really want to live there for 6 months. I wouldn't want to be there for longer than that just because we are gonna have another kid and my husband doesn't speak Spanish super well. He can understand it and kind of communicate, but I think 6 months would just be perfect. And I really want my kids to kind of know the culture and kind of see where my parents grew up and where I served on mission. So that's kind of the plan as of right now. Probably live in Hawaii and Peru sometime in the next few years, but yeah. How did you and your husband meet? So my husband and I met on a blind date, and this was shortly after we had both returned back from our service missions. So he was actually the first real boyfriend I had when I got back from my mission. I was 20 at the time. We were both 20 years old at the time. And yeah, we just hit it off. I'm really shocked that it worked out because it was my first blind date, so I didn't have super high expectations. He had dated a lot, so he was really hopeful, but yeah, didn't have super high expectations for our date, and it ended up working out. What was your first job? So my first official job, I'd say, was when I was 18, and I know that's kind of older for a lot of people, but I was just busy with school and I started college early and stuff like that. So I didn't get my first real job till I was 18 years old, and it was at Down East. If you guys know that store, love it. I knew I wanted to go on a mission, so it was kind of perfect because they have missionary clothes. So worked out perfectly. Favorite thing about living in Utah? Wow, I really love Utah. I do feel like it is kind of a bubble, but I love the people. I love the variety of different seasons, and I love the outdoors. So I love that I can go on a hike and then we can go skiing over winter, and there's just lots to do. I feel like there's really a ton to do here in Utah. And also we have family here, and I feel like that's really, really important to us. Do you get ready every day? No, I do not, you guys. I would say I probably get ready once to 3 or 4 times a week, just depending on the week. I do try to get ready more now, and now that I'm feeling better in my pregnancy, I am trying to get ready 3 or 4 times a week, but that sometimes just doesn't happen. I usually will just do my hair on Sunday or Monday and then just kind of leave it for as long as I can. And then with makeup, I definitely don't do it every day, but yeah, probably 3 times a week on average. What is your zodiac sign? Okay, so I do not know a lot about zodiac signs or anything, but I do know I'm a Sagittarius. I remember looking it up one time, and I think I was pretty similar to what Sagittarius are, but I wouldn't say I'm exactly in line with everything that entails. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Okay, what is your favorite color? So my favorite color, I've always loved blue, just kind of a more like true blue, not light or not like navy blue. But I've also been loving like a pastel orangey color recently. Um, okay, this is kind of a good question. So, how do you deal with other moms in your life giving you unsolicited advice? This is a big one. I feel like I get a lot of unsolicited advice just from random people, and I usually, at first, I feel like I would just be like, oh my gosh, thank you, I had no idea. But recently, I think I've just like gotten so bugged with it. Not even bugged. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I just like have a lack of patience, and I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant. Recently this has happened a lot. People will just give me advice and I'll just be like, okay, and just kind of not really pay attention. And I'm not like, that may sound rude, but obviously every person needs advice and could use advice. So I'm not saying I don't need advice, but I do go to specific people for advice because I trust these people. Um Hopefully that didn't sound rude, because I do appreciate advice when it is very kind. I just have a problem with like mom shaming and rude unsolicited advice. I just don't think there's a need for it, and I don't see a purpose, and I just think you're wasting your time. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. How was your last birth? Are you excited to do it again? Yes, I am very excited. So my last birth with Ezra, I actually have a whole pregnancy and labor video that I go into depth more about like my labor experience with Ezra. But it was amazing. I really loved birth. I'm super excited to do it again. I have really high hopes that it'll go smoothly, and if it doesn't, that's fine, but I'm just super excited. I had a really good experience with Ezra. How long was labor with Ez? I honestly don't know. So it's kind of hard because I got induced, and I am really happy I did, but they were supposed to bring us in the morning, but they were kind of busy. They just had a lot of people come in that day. So they brought us in kind of later in the day. And it was a really gradual process. I don't feel like it was super forced or super uncomfortable, but it was very gradual. And I would say labor was like active labor, where I was like actually pushing, was like 5-10 minutes, but it did take a while to get up to that point. Hopefully that answers that question. When's your due date? I am due June 3rd, but I'm planning on getting induced a week early, so she'll most likely be here around the end of May. How many kids do you guys want? So as of right now, we want 3 kids. I don't think we'll have our next one for 3 or 4 years maybe. And then I would love to adopt 2 kids or foster 2 kids. I don't know. I feel very passionate about that, but we'll see what happens. Where do you buy your maternity clothes? So I get a lot of my, okay, this is kind of a hard question because with Ezra, I didn't buy any maternity clothes this time around. I found this amazing company. I've posted about them a few times, but they're called Blanky. And their stuff is the softest, comfiest. And I haven't gotten a ton more from like different companies. I honestly just wear like dresses the entire time I'm pregnant, and I feel like that's just comfy, and it's nothing like pushing on my stomach, making me uncomfortable. So I usually will just wear dresses, but I did get some like maternity leggings from Blanky, and they are the best. So I'm really excited to have those, especially when I do get bigger, because I know I'm gonna get pretty big. But yeah. So what's your most frequented clothing brand? Okay, so I think that's basically like my favorite clothing brand. I'd say I really love, this is hard because I really love Free People, but they're so pricey, so I like don't get tons of stuff from them. I do love their style. I love smaller, like just smaller clothing brands on Instagram. I feel like supporting those is super amazing. And I really love, for workout clothes, like Lululemon. I'm trying to look at my clothes. I really don't buy a ton of clothes, you guys. I really like Zara. Zara has some really cute stuff. But yeah, I'd say that's kind of it. Let's see. Are you religious? So yes, my family and I are very religious. My husband and I were both raised as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay, and then this is the last question. How do you incorporate your religion into your family? So I love this question because I feel like there are so many ways we incorporate religion into just our family lifestyle. So on Sundays, we attend church as a family. We try to pray and read our scriptures together every day, if not separately, just like when it's hard to get together. And then we also have this thing where on Monday nights we'll all get together as a family and we'll do like a small activity or just do like a little lesson and just come together as a family. I just really feel like it's so fun to have a designated night where we know we're going to be together and dedicating time to each other and growing our relationships. So that's just like a few ways we incorporate our religion in our family. But that is it for today. So just thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better. If you guys have any more questions, drop it down below in the comments. I know I had my comments turned off for the last few videos and I had no idea until my husband told me. So sorry about that. I am going to turn them on. Drop your comments down below if you guys have any questions or message me on Instagram. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.